opening up the stream, leaving it low in the
Hello.
background.
Yeah, I figured you guys would have already. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in joining our community, we do have open slots available. Please reach out to me and let me know if you're interested in them. We have a Tuesday early as well as a Friday early available. We need 3 players to fire off either one, and whichever one gets the 5 players first is the one that we are going to be locking in and not running the other one, because I'm not picking up 2 games. I want to pick up 1 game. So if you are interested in that, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. So go ahead and give us that recap, Tolsha.
So last time,
Wasn't it me?
Wait, no, it's 1. Tolsha rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Never
before
mind.
anybody joined.
I was mentally prepared to do it.
so last time, we came to the conclusion of the fight where most of us spent our time comforting the fallen. I gotta remind her name because notes are long. Zast.
Zast.
Yes. We comfort Zast, telling her that this is what can be expected when it comes to fighting people like the Empire. Strong people that don't give a fuck if you're good at melee. They will cast spells at you constantly. But we comfort her the best that we could, trying to soothe the heart that was burning for desire. Or not desire, for revenge. In such, we spent the night healing, and Zast came to us in the morning saying, "Hey, where are we going?" As she decided she was going to tag along with us. And, well, us being us, decided, yeah, we're going to let her come along. We're not going to ask or not if she got approval from the leader, since she's, well, her own person by the sounds of it, and was here of her own volition. The party split. Bernie, Tulsha, and Miriam heading to go and talk to Zerokathun, while Yanni, Jethro, and Zast went and go hunted down some albatross for baby rocks. So one of these days, we're going to have a rock roll us. And we ended the session getting on the ghost ship at night and heading north.
Oh, that was your conclusion. Okay. I didn't realize you were finished. My bad. So, as you all sail through the evening, moving along this incredibly large, beautiful landscape that you all see, seeing the mountains fading down into less snowy tops and even more snowy tops at different locations. You see them starting to crest downwards in towards this large valley that goes on for miles. The valley itself has a large stream of water cutting all the way through it, which all of you can easily recognize as, well, that same pool of water that took you up to Pride's Call for the first time. As you are taking all of this in, navigating through, trying to find the location you are looking for, it's surprisingly quite easy. You follow up the stream. Then you notice the stream breaks into 3 different directions. One to the left, one in the middle, and one to the right. And you have to choose which one of these you wish to follow along before the ship descends to the ground and forces you all to become landlocked.
You said 3 streams?
There are 3 streams of water, yep. Left, middle, and right.
All right. So am I to understand basically then that we'd be heading straight from where we were and right sort of to the crossroad area there?
So you traveled from where you were No, 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 no. You traveled from where you were over to here, where the valley is. That's
Right.
supposed to lead you to the Fester Whale pools. But you're losing your
Okay.
ship here in an hour or so. So you have to
Yep.
choose which direction you wish to follow to hopefully make your way to the pool faster.
Right. Well, the biggest one seems like the most logical explanation or answer.
There's also the rule of when you're in unknown areas, follow the left side.
True. And we know that we may have to contend with some Fae. I don't know if that includes any extra sort of rule set we should probably be aware of. Probably does.
That's true, and knowing what we know of Fae, they're tend to be the opposite of the rules, so probably the right path is a safe path.
Maybe. But as we're descending, I guess we can probably see some distance ahead, right?
You can see some distance, but it is nighttime, and this is a very long valley.
Right. Let me see.
120 feet of dark vision would not help anybody, in case you were wondering. This valley is
No.
much longer than 120 feet.
Yeah. Can we just do like a general survival check to see if I can get like a
Sure.
good sense of what might be the best option here?
Sure.
All right. 20.
All right. Well, the middle one seems to have more of a active current about it. The one over towards the left seems to narrow off, and it curves very suddenly at the cusp of where your vision lies, towards the middle-ish direction. And the one on the right seems to be the one kind of in the middle between the two of those. It's not as active as the middle, but it also doesn't seem to move as much as the one on the left.
Right. Well, we have a few considerations to have here. If we take the leftmost one, we'd be mostly following the southern side of the coasts, sort of, as it were, which would give us more cover from the sun during daytime, which might make it easier for us to stay hidden if we traverse in the shadows. It will be, of course, the opposite, sort of, on the other side. But according to the map, there should be some forest up there, and, well, if we're looking for someone, we might run into some Fae that live in the forest, maybe. Let's go with the right one.
I say right as well.
Yep.
All right.
Yanni, Marion.
I'm following your lead.
I believe I will defer to the two of you. I was just thinking, do any of us remember the name that we're looking for?
We never got one.
Lovely.
Really, except she's a half nymph, or was it half dryad?
Nymph.
Right.
Their mother was a nymph. And
Right. Yeah.
We know that she's roughly, or they are roughly 24.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll just have to drop our father's name and hope they won't try to immediately kill us.
They're also supposedly human.
Noid.
Right.
Humanoid.
I was gonna ask for a biology roll or something because that's not possible.
Because technically, all of you are part human, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Custom lineage.
Ooh, I just thought of something. Can I make like a medicine roll to like figure out the type of features we'd be looking for in someone like that?
you may.
Can I get advantage with my book?
This would not be something in your book.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, medicine.
And
Yeah!
nice.
That was almost a 3.
Yeah, it was. It was almost the 31.
Ooh. So, while reading through your book, one thing you find out that a lot of nymphs and fae despise humanoids for the purposes of, like, relationships. They find them boring. The number of penises they have is really tragic. Like, it's not a good relationship for them. However, on the rare occasion that a humanoid of some variety, mostly humans, get into relations with nymphs, they come out as halvesies. Either half one type of creature, say bull or cow or elephant, and then half humanoid. Things like mermaids are created, minotaurs, things like that are the common ancestry of nymph and humanoid relations. Even
And that's
satyrs.
because they're pure fae.
That is because they are pure fae, yeah.
Okay. So did a little research and we're going to have a hard time finding. They can literally be one of several different species because of how fae work. But it is apparently exceedingly rare for a nymph to have relations with normal humans.
Right.
That might help.
Well, I'm just to reiterate, so everyone's in the clear on this. The reason why we're seeking her out, it was her, right?
You don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Right, them out is because they might also be a keeper of sorts.
Right.
And we need to verify that if they are and if they aren't, basically. And just ensure that they don't get kidnapped by the Empire for malevolent purposes. Besides the point, this is, but do any of you know anything about this area, like the history of it or anything? I just sort of realized that, well, the name itself does have some kind of sinister tone to it. Fester will? Is it like a festering will there, or could there be some reason for it?
If anyone, you would probably be the one to know since you spent so long in Pride's Call.
Well, Pride's Call is quite a distance from here. I didn't read up on every other part of the world just because, you know.
I did research when we first arrived on the coast months ago.
Well,
It
then,
might be in some of the notes I have.
roll a history check. 14. The pools are called the Festerwill pools because the waterfall brings with it a tremendous amount of algae and weeds from the ragged top of the mountain valley, leaving it mostly covered in moss and giving off a sulfurous smell. You also know that this is rumored to be one of the more dangerous locations in Wildmount, at least while you were doing your research over in the Menagerie Coast. They recommended tourists stay very far away from it, as the gore feather harpies call this location their home. They're known for being ambush-style creatures that will pick up unsuspecting people, fly high into the sky, and then drop them to kill them, and then eat them.
I'll relay this to everyone. It's due to the fact of the waterfalls bring down the moss, though there are harpies in the area.
Harpies, you say?
Yes, ambush ones, so keep your eyes on the skies.
Right.
They like to pick people up and drop them to their death.
Yeah, that's what harpies do. Kind of.
I did prepare Featherfall.
I was gonna say, is there like a spell that counters that?
Yeah, so long as you're near Miriam the whole time.
Well, there is a tactic that we used in, well, still use in the Order. There are harpies along the coast of Tal'Dorei in certain places as well, and if we encounter them, if we have the time at least to see them coming, if we tie ourselves together, one of them isn't strong enough to carry off a whole troop of us.
Right.
Right. Of course, their talons might be sharp enough to cut the rope, but it will at least help. So just keep your ropes at the ready.
It'll at least get them in melee with the paladin.
That as well.
Zash is paying attention to all this, right?
Zash is looking over the edge of the ship, just taking in the scenery.
Zash, you paying attention over there?
Yes, tie yourself off. Don't die. Don't fall to your death from the harpies. Yep.
Right. Okay, well, I guess we'll be trying to stay on the northern side of the river then and making our way up towards
Yeah. If there's trees on that side, like it shows on the maps, that should make it even harder for harpies to ambush us from the skies.
Unless they're in the trees.
Unless they're in the trees. But even then, it's harder to pick someone up through a forest.
It is. All right, well, I guess we'll do what we always do and face our challenges head on as they pop up.
Indeed.
So, as you all descend down towards the ground, choosing your path in order to traverse, you feel the thickness of the air around you, the humidity of this pools that you are wandering across and through, and you still have a little bit more shadow and shade from the sun at your disposal. It's still technically dark where you are, but the sun is cresting, so the ship had to descend.
Right.
You begin wandering through. I would like to know marching order. Who's in the lead?
I can go up front if you guys want me to scout ahead or anything.
All right, I'll be taking up just a little bit after Yanni then.
Don't go too far ahead.
Yeah, I'll be like just 20 feet or so after Yanni if she wants to scout.
All right, Jethro will be behind you then, or beside you.
All right.
I'll be behind the paladin.
Good call. Let me
And I
archive
guess
all
I'll-
the other characters that are no longer in this game.
I guess I'll round out the back with Zash.
Miriam and Zest. Who did I forget? Oh, Patry. So.
I didn't know Patrick was Irish now.
Yeah, Patry.
Patrick.
So, Yanni, would you be so kind as to roll for us a perception check?
Oh, things Yanni's horrible at.
You're the one who put yourself in the lead.
Why do you
Oh.
want to scout if you can't?
No, she is. She's great at
Sarcasm.
He was
Sarcasm.
joking.
Her passive's 29, guys. Like she could
Jesus Christ! You wait. Can Yanni find
Anton, the Invisible Man?
No, the thief character that last game.
Mary?
Mary? Maybe, I don't know.
If Mary has to take average, Yanni can. But if Mary rolls, it's a roll of the die. All right.
Speaking of taking average, 24.
So, as you are looking out across this landscape, you see that the pools themselves are moving little bits of algae and weeds down through them. It leaves this phosphorus smell that was described to you that you're able to pick up. You are definitely heading in the proper direction. However, as you are moving across, you notice that many of these rocks have congregations of moss and leafless trees nearby them. It's pretty strange environment considering this is untouched by civilization. And then while you're moving through, you notice something a bit off-putting, Yanni. You move over towards one of these rocks, and as you're stepping over it, you hear this crunching sound, and when you look down, breaking from underneath the algae is what appears to be bones.
I think we're at something's nest.
Hey, Marion, new friends.
If these were eaten, I don't think they're in any shape to even be cast upon. They're probably like broken bone marrow missing out of them.
Are you able to tell how recent these remains are?
Can I?
Medicine check.
Medicine? Oh.
I will assist.
What I'm doing it? What
You asked.
Oh God.
I kind of asked Miriam.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Natural one. That's about
Hey,
right.
you were assisted. 12. But no, Marion, if you want to make your own check, then yeah.
Yeah, please take the check.
I know that Miriam's like the doctor, so he...
19.
So, looking at it, these bones are developed, fully developed as well, meaning clearly adults. Based off of the fact that the moss has grown over top of it and the breaks and severs on them give you a clear look at the integrity of the bones themselves, you would estimate within the last year or so. Not too terribly long, but they seem to have gotten trapped against the rocks as they were going downstream.
Okay.
Are they intact skeletons?
Oh, fuck no. They're broken
Okay.
to pieces.
Do I, with that 19, do I notice anything like teeth or claw marks?
There's clear fractures that happened from something cutting through the bone. It's as clean as any blade would make.
Okay.
So, either whatever killed them had really sharp claws that can pierce and sever bones easily, or weapons.
It appears they are about a year or so old, and they have clear cut marks through the bones, most likely either done by weapon or very sharp claw or talon.
Right. Tulsha, you're kind of an expert when it comes to poisons, right? Do you think
Yeah.
this area has, well, do you know if there would be any plants or anything around here anyone who lives here could potentially use as poisons?
Let me think.
Poisoners check utilizing intelligence.
26.
As for specifics in this area, no. There was no books for you to read in the Menagerie Coast of your local poisons and where to find them. However, moss-grown environments usually will have some type of flora that is poisonous if ingested, but not really poisonous for the purposes of stabbing somebody. They could have some toxins that would clog somebody's arteries, causing them to immediately have a heart attack and dying. Like, they have stuff like that, but mostly in this environment, it is the natural state of it that is hostile, not the developed state of it.
Well, someone ingested, but not any off the top of my head. There's not really a book of your poisons and where to find them. Though that does give me an idea for a future book to write.
Right, well, just bear it in mind, I suppose.
Just be careful what you eat.
Right. I usually am.
And there's also a lot of diseases that come in territories like this, Tolsha, as, more than poisons.
Yeah. More common is diseases rather than poisons.
All right.
I just imagine Bering going, "What are those?"
I've never been sick a day in my life.
No, that would be a lie. He used to have to shit his brains out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Look, that's irritable bowel syndrome. That's not sick.
It's not disease per se, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. All right, let's keep moving on, I suppose.
All right.
This seems like we have a good marching order here, so we'll just be walking a little bit behind you, Yanni, and let us know if you need any assistance or anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, Yanni, as you are wandering through this environment, you continue following the stream of water, but not right beside it. If you were right beside it, you would be out in the open from anything that would peer towards you. And, well, you're smart enough to know that would be dangerous and bad. You want cover when you're traveling. Putting yourself maybe a good 20 feet away from the stream itself, but never letting it out of your sights, you begin to feel the humidity and moisture in the air starting to attach to your lungs, and breathing becomes a bit more difficult. And if you're proficient in survival, this goes for anybody in the party, you're able to maintain your breath fairly well and naturally up here. However, if you are not proficient in survival, you are beginning to gain shortness of breath. You're at a very high elevation with a tremendous amount of humidity. There's not a lot of oxygen to be had.
Is anyone not proficient with survival? But wait, you're
wizard.
You're also Goliath, so you're used to high elevations?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I have the
What is it?
mountain-born thing. Let me click on that.
Yeah,
That might be-
let us see what it specifically says. You're to high altitudes, resistant to cold damage in elevations of 20,000 feet, and also naturally adapt in cold climates, as described in the chapter. So this means for the purposes of cold environments and being affected by the cold. This is more not just the high altitude, it is the thickness and moisture. Have you ever been in Florida, like in the middle of summer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Try breathing.
Yeah.
And then add in a mountain. Like,
So the mountain party's fine. It's all the humidity.
The humidity, yes. So, Miriam, you're finding yourself having to, well, figure out how to breathe in this environment, and everybody can hear him.
I'm just imagining he's just muttering, "Who the fuck decided to make mountains hot?"
Miriam, you doing okay over there?
I'm fine.
Right.
Not used to humidity.
Sure, yeah, fine. Just make sure not to take too deep breaths.
I'll try.
Right. Keep
Do
your
I actually
breath.
have to roll for that? Or?
A wisdom check.
Okay.
Trying to take in the knowledge that people are granting to you. So, not too deep. Take it literally. Just start going. Works out perfectly. And also, you sounded a lot like that one friend from Malcolm in the Middle there for a second.
I did.
The wheelchair kid. Yeah, he was the best part. Let's get him. Like,
Yeah.
that kid was awesome. So yes, you are controlling your breathing much more. Well, much better up here, Miriam. However, there is a negative effect to this environment for each of you to keep in mind. While you are inside of this environment and trying to control your breathing, you have to concentrate on that.
All right.
If you break concentration at the end of your turn, you will be making a saving throw, con save, and that'll decide if you become stunned for a moment or not.
Does it help me in any way against the humidity because I have resistance to fire damage?
You don't feel the heat of it, but it doesn't help with your lungs, unfortunately.
Yep.
And the heat of it, we're kind of just, you guys are well-traveled. It's not that incredibly hot that you feel like you're dying. And you have access to water. There's a stream right there if you want to drink.
He said
Drink water.
tantalizingly.
Listen, it's just diseases, Bernie. You're fine.
Look, I've heard of the
malaria.
Fester wheel. I've heard of the Fester wheel curse. It gives you the shits. Don't drink the water.
As you say that, Patry and Jethro are already, cupping and drinking. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Right.
Can't tell me what that curse, I'm afraid.
It's a good way to just join Vox Machina, I suppose.
So, Yanni, with your very decent perception check, you notice further up ahead, the trees begin having leaves upon them. But for this environment, those trees don't look natural. They seem too thick, vibrant. They remind you more of trees that you would see towards Zadash than trees you would see up in a mountainous area covered in humidity. And you notice one of the trees had some shifting towards the higher portion of it, but you didn't see any direct movement from any creatures.
She's gonna hold up her hand like this and means stop, and then she realizes these people aren't military and just turns and says stop.
Oh, Bernie knows.
Actually, Bernie, yeah, that's
Bernie
it.
immediately picks up on it and just.
Look, we would have picked it up from Bernie by now.
And she's
Wait, you
gonna
guys listen to Bernie?
she's gonna look over there and then point towards the tree and slowly raise her bow. Yeah, I'm taking a shot at it.
All right, shot at disadvantage because you don't see the target.
Elven accuracy.
That-
Straight shot.
Elven accuracy doesn't grant you advantage.
No, it just allows me to re-roll it. So I was gonna say
No,
straight
that
shot.
allows you to re-roll if you have advantage.
Ooh, okay, let's go
Yeah,
for it.
Elven accuracy is if advantage, super advantage.
So,
Probably the only instance they'll ever do that.
I fucking hope so. No, knowing them, they're going to give that to a rogue. For, existing.
ooh, we love 22.
Not Yanni, but
Well, Yanni doesn't.
the arrow soars through over towards that tree and sinks into something that collapses out of the tree and falls down to the ground. Roll your damage.
Okie dokie. This is an ambush, so
Yes, it is.
let me see. I think I get like some crazy. Oh yeah, everyone now has advantage on attacking this thing till next round. Okay, so 76 and 37 damage.
Well,
Jesus.
whatever you hit collapsed out the back of the tree and fell down to the ground.
Okay. And she's gonna like run up on it and see what it is.
All right.
Like immediately run up on this thing.
You all watch. She runs over to the other side of the tree, and Yanni, you look down, and there appears to be a very large owl.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
running up to her right after she's done it.
Guess I'm pulling out my short sword.
The owl is about 2/3 as tall as you, Bernie, excluding horns.
Oh, dang. Oh, hello.
That's one big owl.
And had to kill an owl before. Do you guys know where the heart is?
Oh, it's dead. It's that
Oh, it's
shot. It is
completely
dead.
Yeah.
You shot it right through the fucking head. Like,
It's a very good shot, Yanni. But I was just trying not to go openly hostile unless we know exactly what we're dealing with.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Scout training, they say if something like sneaks around and tries to hide, especially in trees that don't make sense for the environment. Oh yeah, these trees should not be here.
What? The trees shouldn't be here. What do you mean?
These were planted. Notice how, and she's gonna point at the bark, how it's like darker, and like notice how the leaves are different too. This isn't natural to this environment.
Right. Well. Okay.
This
that's
also might be
interesting.
the thing that's eating all those corpses. Owls spit up bones.
Right. I mean, these are certainly very big owls. Yeah, Tulsa.
Would I be aware of what kind of owl this is, considering how large it is? It's got to be unusual or known.
nature check. Let's see.
Natural 20.
Nice. So this owl would be considered a great horned owl. And for its size, it had to have been, well, at least 10 years old, considering it would be fully matured and standing at its full height of just over 3 feet tall.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a great horned owl, at least 10 years old. Not expected to die today.
Looks like we got a meal. Somebody wants to defeather it.
Zast
Yeah,
comes
I mean-
over and starts defeathering it.
Are these? Do you know? Do they sometimes get domesticated? Tulsa? Are they domesticatable?
Wild animals like these types of owls can't easily be domesticated, but an experienced beastmaster could be capable of it.
An experienced beastmaster might be able to.
Right. Well, you see, Annie, I sort of, I understand your training background and all that, but just because someone is looking at you from the shadows. Doesn't necessarily mean they have nefarious intent. It could be that there are people or things living out here that just want to protect themselves as well, you know?
Yeah, sorry. It won't happen again. That was my mistake. I
Well,
went
no, yeah, I mean, you have good instincts. Just let us know in case you want to, when you plan on loosing your arrows on something, right?
Uh,
A bit of a
could
heads
you
up.
could you go make sure there's not a nest up there?
Yeah, I can climb up.
All right. Roll an
She has to go-
investigation.
Yeah. Ooh. I was really hoping for perception.
You're looking for something specific.
Yeah, I know. Am I good at investigating? I'm all right.
You can do it.
A 20.
Okay, so you climb up into the tree and you do find a nest. However, there are no eggs inside or hatchlings.
Nest's empty.
That's good.
Is there no trove of jewels or anything up there?
Just bones.
Damn it. I mean, it would be very lucky if these owls were like good at picking out gleaming gemstones and stuff, right? From the
You're thinking of magpies.
well,
Yes.
sure, yeah. I mean,
We're also able to tell if this was a male or female owl.
Male.
Mao.
Cool.
Yeah, Joey. By the way, once like when we're looking sort of upstream, how far-ish can we see?
With all of the foliage and things prohibiting clear line of sight, you can usually see a good 60 to 80 feet ahead of you.
Oh, okay, so it's quite thick then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in case we run into like a place where the river sort of turns or anything that would allow us to see further upstream, I want to take out my spyglass and just have a look further up.
Oh, yeah, y'all have a spyglass.
Yeah.
So, as you all continue this traveling state, you do have Zast in the back who gladly carries the dead owl with her over her shoulder. She already plucked it, so just whenever you guys set up, you'll be able to cook it and eat it. Yummy owl. Which, to civilized folks, or maybe wizards, are a little on the questionable side, considering you know several people who have owl pets.
Wouldn't owl be like horribly gamey or something?
Yes, but perfectly edible and better than rations. And gamey food is not bad food, it's just gamey. So, continuing further up this environment. Yanni, I need another perception check from you.
Dokie.
You can't do worse than what you already did, so, yeah.
Yeah, that was my lowest roll. Let's see. Perception. 24. Did the same.
Exactly. So, looking further up ahead, you notice that the stream of water that you've been following becomes a bit thicker by the looks of it. It stretches across the area by a good 20 feet or so. And as you're looking at that, you spy a couple of animalistic eyes that seem to be just barely sitting at the top of the water, and you can't make out the shape of anything else because of the thick algae. There seems to be about 3 of these sets of eyes in the water.
Okay, I'm gonna do the stop thing again, and this time point the eyes out to Bernie. and look down at her bow, and she's gonna whisper, "Gator, maybe, or something."
No. We could try scaring it away or something first. I mean, it could, of course, be something really dangerous, but
I can.
Joey, by the way, just sort of how long have we been walking along the road? Not the road, but
traveling. You've been traveling for about an hour now.
All right, because I wanted to unattune from the amulet of the devout and attune to the plate of water breathing.
Perfect. It's a good thing y'all kept that. All right. So, wait, where were we at? Yeah, you were looking at the creature in the water. Nature check, Yanni and Bernie.
Oh, look at Tolshan. Do you have any idea what it is? Bernie doesn't have that theoretical knowledge.
We love these 24s.
Both of you looking at how far spread the eyes are for each of them. Those are giant alligators. Very big ones. Usually very territorial over their streams of water that they keep.
Okay, I got 3 plans. 1, we can just straight up attack it. 2, we throw that owl in there and they go after it and then we go across. Or 3, I try to break a branch or something and distract them from behind and then we try to sneak across.
Well, do we have to cross in this place?
You don't have to cross the stream, you're just following it along.
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily have to engage with it at all unless it engages.
Oh, then yeah, let's just go. Like, sorry, I thought we were crossing for some reason.
If they get close, I'll just tell them that we're moving through, not encroaching on their territories, and we're leaving their domains.
Right.
All right.
I remember, I can.
So,
Cared about that stuff.
stealth check to get past them.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Pretty spotted before it does.
Stealthy group, we are not.
This is the perfect 4 to have stealthing. Yanni brought off the average a lot. I'm still going to calculate the average. 32 plus 9 plus 3 plus 6 divided by 4. 13. That's literally carried by one of you.
Yeah. 3 of us didn't beat 10, so yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Yanni. You clearly see that they are not made for this. However, as you are wandering across Tolsha, you end up stepping over a shrub, but your foot connects with something very slimy, and when you take a step backwards, you kind of trip on some algae and fall down prone. Immediately, you all begin hearing the loud hissing of gators in your direction.
Okay, shoot or throw the owl.
Throw a leg of the owl?
I'm gonna rip off
Or half of it?
leg. Trying to rip the owl in half.
I'll
good
pull out
eating.
my axe and just help her hack off a leg and throw it up.
Alrighty. I need an animal handling check from you then, Bernie.
Animal? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually picture animal handling dealing with live animals.
Oh, no. It's the trying to entice the gators with the leg and getting them to follow it.
Oh, fair. 8.
8. You throw it in the air and you watch as the massive maul of one of these creatures snaps up and instantly covers the entirety of the leg. The snout over towards the neck, where the first legs of this creature is just about as big as you, Bernie. Oh, fuck.
That's a big gator. Let's.
Can I attempt, since I can actually speak with animals thanks to beast speech, basically go, you don't want this fight. Let us pass through. There'll be another meal waiting for you.
Animal handling.
Advantage because I'm actually speaking to them?
No, opportunity because you're trying to reason with them over food.
Okay, that's like the 6-3 someone's rolled today.
Yeah, we've.
What god did we annoy?
Yanni's just looking like confused as this is all taking place.
So, looking at it, it seems to tilt its head to the side and recognizes your words and sees how many of you are there, and it hisses out, "More food."
Yes, just look over there as I point to the other side of the lake and as I cast create food and water.
Okay, you cast your spell, and all of you watch as the gators go over to devour enough food to feed, 20 people?
Yeah.
15 humanoids.
So, they all went over there, and you hear the gnawing and chomping sounds.
Stand up, brush off, get back to the group. All right. Yeah, it's 45 pounds of food.
That's enough to satiate them for a little bit, yeah.
Enough to sustain 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours.
These are much bigger than horses.
Well, I mean, you could consider an alligator crocodile a steed.
I mean...
Honey.
All right, Florida man.
Greater steed?
But they are distracted long enough. All of you can get out there.
But, I just don't hope we don't have like a band of bully gators coming to take our lunch every day now.
No, we'll probably just have them following us, realizing that we're a source of food, and that's how we start domesticating alligators. Similar to how people domesticated wolves.
It
I don't think you
is...
can domesticate a lizard.
At most, you can keep it fed well enough it doesn't kill you.
Well, I mean, if they try anything, they would make some good boots.
I mean, there's also a great example. You know, pseudo dragons. They're basically domesticated.
Huh.
I wouldn't call a dragon a lizard.
I wouldn't call a pseudo dragon a beast, a normal animal either.
So...
Well, you're not wrong, but they do share fairly similarities in appearances.
Yes, so do wolves and chihuahuas. That doesn't mean you can treat them the same.
Well, they're good boys anyway. Most of them.
So, continuing your journey and path, you travel for a period of time and, well, you begin to notice this fluttering of lights in the air and environment. As you see them, everybody other than Yanni, you begin to feel slightly lightheaded for a moment, and it seems to make your vision blur before snapping back. I would like all of you other than Yanni to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this magical?
Technically, no.
Okay. 20 thanks to Bernie. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And 17 thanks to Bernie.
Yeah, can't help myself because I keep rolling 3s.
Yeah, right? But 17 is, that's good.
Yeah, 14 is a very good save.
Yeah. So, as you all experience and feel this, you recognize it happening. For you, Yanni, you saw it, but you didn't feel anything at all.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, some flickering lights. Definitely seems fey to me.
This
You must be
isn't.
on the right track.
Does it feel anything like kind of that like transition we would have felt when we crossed over to the Shadowfell? Like we entered into like the area of another plane.
No, not at all.
Okay, so it's not that.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah, the two experiences are vastly different.
Well, I mean, yeah, but right. Keep an eye out, especially because I have no idea what that was.
Yeah. I don't really have much knowledge about the Fae. I mean, we have encountered some in Patrick's with us, but she seems to be a little bit in her own mind right now.
The same with Jethro.
They both seem to be shitting their brains out, respectively.
Yeah.
Every
Don't
2 minutes
drink
they're
the
off
water, guys.
I told you not to. It's not.
So,
It only makes you thirstier.
Well, I guess we'll just push on. I mean, Yanni, you're quite the nature expert, right? I mean, seem like you've been
Yeah, I've worked a lot in forests and
right.
places.
Have you experienced anything similar before? Like that, those lights, I mean?
I don't know. I just saw lights. Joey, have I experienced anything like that? I don't think she would have.
you've never experienced anything like that before, no.
Yeah. I just thought it was like weird. I was about to bring up my bow, but I don't know. I don't trust anything in a forest. I'm gonna be honest, especially one that has fae.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, just making sure everyone's okay. I'm just gonna look over at Zast as well.
Zast just seems to be, looking around the environment, taking it in.
Right. Well, so just keep an eye out. I think we're on the right path.
So, continuing your path and journey, you end up coming across this section where the three streams seem to be moving closer in towards one another. And as you see that, you notice that these streams have all formed into a very large lake before you. The lake is coated with this algae all the way from the bottom to the top. You can see a waterfall off in the distance and hear it echoing, but it's very faint. As you take in this environment, you see that this pool is incredibly vast and beautiful. There's the sound of birds chirping all around you, as well as the sound of many different reptiles in the environment.
Hmm.
As you look over at the pools themselves, you seem to have reached, well, at least your first destination here. And I think we're going to go ahead and take our break a little early, everybody. Be right back.
Okay, dokie.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all having a great time. So, before we jump into the action, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. All of that helps us out tremendously. And yeah, that's everything I wanted to go over. So, guys, you look out towards the Fester Wheel pools. The nature of the sun directly above it, making it a beautiful landscape for you all to be peering at and, well, experiencing. The sun seems perfectly placed over top of the largest of waterfalls that breaks off into 3 other streams that go down into the pools and then breaks off into 3 other streams yet again. As you look at this incredibly large lake in front of you, you see the purest form of nature coexisting in this wonderful little area. There appears to be all manners of different fauna and flora moving about and, well, just living here as they see fit. Looking around, you do notice that there is a small formation of stones not terribly far away from you all. And aside from that, there's not many more other, well, man-made structures that you can discern out here.
Can I tell what those stones used to be?
We'll go over there and look at it.
Oh, she's heading over there.
Do. As you wander up towards those stones, Tolsha, history check, please.
I immediately know if it's a ruin due to class feature.
It is a ruin, but history check, please.
Historical knowledge in 24.
Looking at the formation, this is a very ancient shrine out here. The symbol placed upon it has some representation towards the Wild Mother, but something strange and different about it as well. It's a foreign state of that symbol that you don't understand for some reason. This is where people would presumably come by and give homage to her and thank her, or, you know, just worship or say what they wish to say. And as you all approach it, Zast goes over and kneels down and begins saying a elven prayer.
What's she saying?
The prayer seems to be mostly ritualistic in nature and, well, common. Just thank you so much. We're here as visitors. We don't mean any disrespect to your land. We are here just to simply seek out what they are looking for, and we all hope to enjoy this wonderful climate that you have created for all of us to enjoy without disrespecting it.
Okay. Not being polite and not interrupting her words of prayer. And Tulsha will also at the end of offer a smaller prayer of thank you for letting us to bear witness to this work of passion and creation that is this area. We will do our best to have as little negative impact as possible, hoping to leave it better than we found it in some way, shape, or form.
Meanwhile, in the background, I'm looking over at Miriam. I don't know exactly what it is, but this place would make for a good parking lot, right?
I hate you so much.
It's just I'm not exactly sure what a parking lot is. I just heard that joke for some reason some time ago. But you know, the Order of the Lawbearer, we usually get like we're usually being put into a place of opposition towards like wilderness and stuff because the law bearer represents civilization, but we're not
Represent
just
civilization or society.
both. But I mean,
Society can exist anywhere.
exactly, yeah.
Just to double check, is it still canon that the law bearer and the wall mother are in a relationship?
They are, yes.
Just like you do realize your god and the wild mother are in a relationship, right?
Right. I'm aware.
I thought you were a tiefling, not a were creature. But you do realize that there's
Good one. I like it. Very nice.
just destroying a creation like this is a huge disrespect.
Well, I'm not making light of it. I'm rather enjoying the place.
You just said you'd destroy it for something
that
called a
was
parking.
a joke,
Wasn't a funny one.
Well, you may not think so.
When are his
But-
jokes ever funny?
Hey,
See, now
Sass
that was
likes
funny.
it, and there are other people who have liked my jokes in the past.
And how many
Ooh, your
times have
fiance?
What?
How-
What exactly is bulldoze, by the way? I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you talking about when they send a bunch of bulls out to trample over all the trees?
But she said bulldozing. Wouldn't the bulls just be sleeping then?
Good point. A sleeping bull is the best bull because you don't have to fight it.
Right.
Also, how many times have I had to cast, create, or destroy water above your head for a bad joke?
Well, I mean, in some cases, it's rather enjoyable when you do that, actually.
Noted. Find a way to make it create or destroy mayonnaise.
Get
No,
get
that-
a jug
that-
of what's that magic item called again?
Decanter of endless water.
No, the other thing. It's like a jug that you can say something into it and it creates a liquid up to a certain amount.
Oh, the jug of mayonnaise. Yeah.
Right. Well, all right. So just to be clear, Tulsa, and the Wild Mother, I suppose, in case you're listening, I really like this place. It's nice. It's I wouldn't want to destroy it. Are we good now? Is it okay?
Better.
Just in one of those moods, What did you figure out about the stones over there? Are they like those druid stones or anything? I've heard of like druids putting up standing stones or whatever.
Well, I can tell you they are beyond ancient and use a form of iconography to the Wild Mother that I don't recognize. And considering the amount of books and knowledge I have being an archaeologist, it's very surprising. As she's sketching down this version of the Wild Mother symbol to research later.
Alrighty. So, you and Zast are the only two that have given a prayer to the shrine. Good to know.
Well, I mean, if it is an actual shrine, sort of, is there a? Did you say there was a symbol of the Wild Mother there?
Yes, an ancient one that Tolsha does not recognize.
Well, I'll go over and offer my respects as well.
All right, what do you say there?
Respect. No, I'll just kneel down. This is a very nice place, and I will do what I can to ensure no harm comes to it. Should be a balance between civilized places and wilderness, and this is one of those primal places, untouched in the world, it seems to me at least. I don't know. Yeah. That's basically just it.
Alrighty.
Is there any religious etiquette that my mom would have taught me by passing another god's shrine?
It's best to give an offering or, at least show respect towards it, unless it's a bad god, in which case, fuck that, destroy the shrine. But that would incur a wrath of that god, so, you don't destroy it. You should just encourage other people to do so.
Okay, I'm gonna. In that case, right where like the prayer part would be, I'm gonna put down a platinum piece and like do a little.
Zast will look over at you, Tolsha. Did he really just put money down?
Yeah, I'm going to look to Miriam. That's not something you would do for the Wild Mother. That's more of a lawbearer thing. It's more appropriate to give respect to the creation and bounties of the world that she has brought forth. Compliments and thanking for the world that we live on is more appropriate. As well as if you do offerings, something that is created from what she has provided readily. So carvings from wood, perhaps reeds, stuff like that.
These are the owl.
You said this was ancient, right?
Yes, it is.
Does Yanni notice anything written in quarry? It's like a very dead language from before the Age of Arcanum.
I mean, if there's a language written on your Tulja can read it too.
Well, I mean, it's not more reading it. It's more like recognizing and noticing it. I was more going off for passive perception, hopefully. You got to be able to find it first.
Let me see real quick. So, that is a good question. Looking at it, the symbol itself has a little bit of a Quarian influence to it. And when you get closer towards it, Yanni, excuse me, you wipe off one of the sides and you do recognize the symbol of, well, as you know it, change.
It's odd.
What?
No, there's something written in quarry here. This is very old.
Tulja will go over and take a look as well, as just to see what this is and kind of offer like a respectful to wipe it away, not like in case these rocks like overgrown, it's not like the tearing off all the nature skirt over. It's more like trimming it sort of to look pretty, if in that way, to respectfully manage.
Okay. When you do that and you look down at the symbol, you see on the side of it, this symbol doesn't mean change because you have Eyes of the Rune Keepers. Pretty much, right? That's what you have?
Yeah, I legit have that. I have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Yeah. So what it translates in your mind is different.
It means different. It's odd.
What was the name? Corey? Or not name, but that is that a language?
Tulsa, you would not recognize the language, unfortunately.
No,
Not
I'm
a-
asking Yanni. She's the one who said it out loud.
Yeah, it's Corey. It's a dead language. It's from before the age of Arcana. My parents made me learn it a long time ago.
Why did they make you learn a dead language?
Because mostly because they wanted to see. No, they didn't want to see me suffer. It's just tradition.
Right.
But I wouldn't have learned it without this. And she points at the circlet.
Right.
DM, now that we have a symbol to go to this language, does it spark any like arcane history?
Go ahead and roll.
19.
That symbol has no meaning or recognition to any of your arcane practices that you've ever done.
Okay.
Can I attempt to roll to see if that symbol has ever been like an undiscovered or an unknown rune or something in one of the many ruins of the world?
Go for it.
Assuming that's a history check?
Yeah. Yes.
We use recap advantage. 28, natural 20.
Let's go. So, as you are looking at that symbol, you can't recall seeing anything like this before in any of your research, any of your studies, anything that you've ever done. In fact, the way that its symbol has multiple meanings based off of how she understands it and how you understand it is actually quite strange. Meaning this language was taught to her probably in a way that was different from what its truest form and meaning might be. Based off of that knowledge, this is something that is incredibly ancient.
Would knowing and having my historical knowledge, would I be able to determine what species might have written this?
Ooh. Nature.
Nature. I'll use session advantage. Or not, yeah, session. Because I've used recap. 26. Double 18s.
No species or creature that you've ever heard of in your life.
That Talisha just brings out her book and starts like writing into this stuff. This is from an unknown race. No known species, to my knowledge, ever wrote in this style. You said it's from before the age of Arcanum. And judging based off of the literal translation to what you know, likely means that the meaning of the language changed or was reinterpreted over many generations compared to what it means in its truest, purest form. Meaning, if there are any examples of this language out there as well, they're likely mistranslated.
It's only written examples. They say whatever spoke Corey died out. then it stopped existing.
Well, died out or went to another plane. That's the question. In
Yeah.
fact, give me a few minutes as I'm going to cast a legend lore on these ruins.
Okay.
Look, Tulsa has found something that piques her interest. She's going for it.
All right. Please remove that incense. Because apparently on one of my other streams, it sounded like a different word that I said.
Yeah.
It happens. Especially in this campaign, we don't want to have the conversation. So, what information do you have to present to me here?
So, I know now that it is from before the Age of Arcanum that including these ruins, which are beyond ancient and hold different, a different symbol of the Wild Mother. That according to what Yanni said, that this language was only ever written down, and they don't know the spoken version, as supposedly the race died out.
Okay.
And that this language has never been seen in any of the other history books at the moment, meaning it is beyond ancient.
So, you have to target a person, place, or object.
And I am targeting these ruins.
Very well. As you target the ruins, you begin speaking the incantation and moving around the incense that you have, trying to waft it through the environment. Everybody else, you notice that the incense is exploring the open air of this terrain and territory, and, well, is very clearly going to be developing some type of smoke signal to your location.
Right. As she's casting her spell, I just want to walk around the area, like the immediate area, sort of just to look for any signs of recent disturbances not caused by us, or any tracks or anything.
Okay. Roll me a, investigation roll. Or no. Survival check. You're not looking for a specific object, you're looking for tracks and things like that. That's survival.
22.
We love 22, don't we? Alrighty. Well, you do spy out here that there is a couple of foot tracks, not recent, they look fairly well aged, that would lead up towards this location. Sometime within the past month, maybe 2, is when it would have happened. And it led right up to that stone.
All right. Do I get any sense of sort of what kind of creature it could have been? Or
Bipedal.
all right.
So, Tolsha, your spell goes off, and everybody watches as Tolsha falls unconscious.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Immediately going to her.
Tolsha, as you are casting your spell, the incense in the air begins filling your lungs and making you feel a little woozy, and then you feel an influence pulse into your mind. And that influence drops you unconscious. As you are bringing forth this information to your light, you begin hearing thousands and thousands of whispers all around you. And then you see a figure off in the distance. Green hair and blue eyes, small in stature, but other than that appearing to be a human, just miniature-sized. That it begins skipping up towards you. Really? You're going to be casting that spell at my shrine? What do you want to know?
I wished to learn more about the shrine that we found, as we have not discovered anything like it before. I merely wished to know more about what it and who it is dedicated to, seeing as it's not. Well, the closest familiarity we have is that of the Wild Mother.
Well, of course. Who do you think I am?
I I see. I meant no. I apologize for not recognizing who you were.
It's fine. So, I mean, you want to know about my shrine? It's, well, one that was made for me, well, ages ago. Left here and allows whoever can discover it to come here and, well, give homage to the beautiful landscape that I created for them.
It is a wonderful landscape.
It is, isn't it?
It really is.
It's also meant to protect the, well, nature of this lake itself. We don't want outer influences coming by, do we?
No. We've dealt enough with that already.
Oh, I know. It's horrible. But anyways, this is just meant for me, and I appreciate your prayers. It really does help a lot.
You're very welcome. I know that I've not always been, well, very appreciative of you in the past, considering who I used to worship. Fuck that one, by the way. But I want to be better than that.
And you will be. She places a hand on your shoulder. And I will be happy to guide you just whenever you need. I'll show you the paths that you desire, and I'll help you discover everything that it is that you love. Don't be shy. Just reach out to me every now and again, okay?
Oh, thank you very much.
Not a problem. She pats you on the cheek a couple of times and begins wandering away.
Before you go, since this is your area of influence, do you happen to know which direction the person we're looking for is?
Well, who is it you're looking for?
One of our siblings. We don't know their name, what they look like, other than their age and the fact that their mother is a nymph.
She approaches closer towards you and gives a deep sniff at your person. Someone related to you here.
Yes.
Oh, you mean the elves? Well, the Fae, I apologize. The elves come by here and give me homage very frequently. Wish it was more often, of course. But the Fae, they come through every now and again. In fact, this is one of the lovely places they always pass by. There's one amongst them that smells quite like you. If you would like, I'll show you her when she appears. So you'll know who you're looking at.
I would appreciate that very much, and I thank you for that.
Not a problem at all. And she places her hands on either side of your cheeks and somehow floats into the air and gives you a kiss on your forehead. You'll see her. I promise.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Now, I believe your companions are worried about you. Time to wake up. She snaps her finger, and you see Bernie is leaning over you. Tosha, shaking you.
About to give her like a proper slap.
Do not.
Wake up! What happened? Where are you?
Where are the odds he slapped her before she woke up?
I already gave her like a gentle tap on the foot. I'm not going all out. Just
As she wakes
immediately.
up, just crack across the face. All right, add in a third level smite. Just
Oh shit! Is that a natural 20?
What?
I was not expecting that. Okay.
Well, what exactly?
She'll sit up. Apparently, I just spoke to the Wild Mother herself.
No.
As in, saw and quite literally spoke to her.
You mean with her?
Yes.
Right. Huh. All right. I'll just look up and just. Oh, okay. Thank you. Give her a nod. Kind of like.
Apparently, this area was, and shrine was not only made to her, but allows those that discover it to come to that realm that I found myself in.
So, do you feel like you were transported into another realm then?
Do I have that feeling? Because I'd assume so.
It kind of feels like you're waking up from a dream right now. That's it.
Feels more like I was waking up from a dream.
Right, because you've been here physically the whole time.
Well, okay. She did say that there are elves that come by every now and again to worship at their shrine, but the Fae are the ones that come by the most often. And our sibling is amongst the Fae.
Right.
And the Wild Mother said she'd show me her when we find her.
All right. Well, I did sort of. Well, I wouldn't say I picked up the trail of anything, but I was looking around, and it seemed to me like there is at least someone who seems to have come by here sometime in the last couple of months, maybe. There was some, well, tracks after them. Well, not tracks specifically, but proof of their passing.
Right.
Did
Well,
she warn you about anything specifically, or anything that we should keep in mind here? Or?
No?
All right, well, that's good.
But she did offer to say that she's happy to show the paths and help me discover what I love. And to feel free to reach out to her every now and again. And I said I would.
All right.
And then, of course, I apologized for, well, who I was in the past.
Right.
And she accepted it.
Good enough.
You know, it is quite an honor that you get to speak to her here. This is one of the places where we have done quite a lot of meditation. At least I have. And well, of course, us elves, she gestures towards Yanni, we have to meditate in order to slip into the dream realm. But I always was curious about that. What do you, other human, like, when you sleep, do you just sleep? Like, what do you do there?
Well, I mean, we dream. I do at least sometimes.
What do you like to dream about?
I'm not sure I should. Well, I like. There are many things I like to dream about. Sometimes I like dream about going like fishing or something. That's very nice. I like usually dreams that are sort of wet, I guess.
I didn't need to know that, Bernie.
I just sort of realized. I mean, thematically oriented towards oceans and seas and things like that.
Okay. Well, I would say that that's interesting, to say the least, of course. So you choose what you dream every night, right?
No.
What?
No, I mean it's kind of. I don't really. I wouldn't say I'm an expert on it, but it does seem like sometimes if you've had an experience earlier in the day that's been very impactful, it is something that you can sometimes dream about a little bit. I mean, that's at least how it is in my experience. Not to say that I have any real control over my dreams.
That is very strange to me. Sorry, it's just elves. We 100% control our slumbering state while we are meditating. I mean, we're fully aware of everything going on. It's just our connection to the realm of dreams is more fleeting. I guess that means meditating would be stronger with you all to connect, at least here.
Maybe if. But that's. I mean, is that something you could teach, though? Isn't that just how elves sleep naturally? Or.
Well, she just meditated.
Is she pointing to Tulsha?
Yeah.
Tulsha passed out.
Well, she was breathing controlled, and she experienced a dream where she was completely in control.
I suppose.
Yes, but she did not instigate that.
Well, I mean, I guess she kind of
I mean,
did with the spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's what, at least. You've done that before, like, Tosha cast that spell. And every time it's given you kind of visions and stuff, right?
yes.
Right, because when you do that, I mean, you do sort of go into your own state, I would say, for at least a little while
Do I?
it seems to work. So I guess it can kind of be sort of like a meditation. Or
I mean, that is one of the spells I've cast more often than any other one.
right.
Huh. Something to look into.
Yeah. I haven't thought about that actually, but it does make kind of sense. I mean, it does happen from time to time if I'm sort of intensely praying that it kind of, when I get out of it, it almost feels like coming out of a dream, like you said. But so what do you propose then? that we all try to meditate here at the same time or something? I mean, it doesn't seem very safe.
Well, maybe not at the same time. It's just saying that it's cool that other humanoids can meditate and do this. I mean, Yanni, you're like me, right? You don't really sleep.
Do half elves sleep? I think they don't. Right? They do, don't they?
Half elves do sleep, but you can't magically be put to sleep. You have Fey ancestry, but you don't get the meditated slumber.
Sort of. I'm a half elf. Ass. I still fall asleep, but it's weird. It's usually pretty restless.
Do you control your dreams?
Sometimes.
Oh, I would love to teach you how to do that.
I don't know if it will translate well. We could try.
We can, yeah.
So, I have heard of like lucid dreams, but is that what you do all the time then?
So what we do is when we are starting to feel a little fatigued and we need to give our body a rest, we sit down, and she sits down cross-legged on the grass, and then we close off our eyes and senses to everything around us. Get to the point where we hear absolutely nothing at all. Don't hear, don't see, and don't think about anything. And while you are in this state, you can begin to feel yourself reaching the realm of dreams. And here it's, well, very close to it. Here, Yanni, sit down. And she pats the grass right in front of her.
Yeah. I guess Yanni will sit down and try it.
All right, so take some very slow breaths. Close your eyes and do not think of anything.
When
Don't.
she says that, she's gonna take off the the fucking circlet intellect.
Immediately cross-eyed.
Yeah.
You do not think. You do not hear. There's no sounds around you. They're further away. Continue your controlled breathing until you... And then she stops.
Yanni's just gonna breathe.
All right. Are you going to attempt to clear your mind?
She is, yeah. I mean,
All right.
that headband off shouldn't be too hard.
Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom. 20.
25 from Bernie.
Yay.
There you go.
Hey.
Who would have thought? Paladins are great at helping you meditate. So, as you do this, Yanni, you feel this fatigue come over you that you never realized you had before, and everything around you becomes dark. There's no noise. There's nothing in front of you. There's no sounds. There's no fighting. There's no pains. There's nothing. And as that is happening, you begin to feel yourself drifting as if you were falling asleep. But you can feel your breathing. And that keeps you centered enough that you eventually fall into this meditated stance. You see a perfectly... Well, why don't you describe what your dream realm looks like?
It's a manor. It's a big house. And it's very well decorated. But it's Like, but there's nobody in it. It's literally just Yanni in there. It's her house she grew up in. Um, and it's just weird because like usually there's maids, usually there's other servants, and of course her family, but it's completely empty. She's standing at the door with a staircase leading straight up to a second floor and paintings of everybody and everything, but she's actually in the paintings. Yeah, it's just weird. It's like an empty house.
As you see this, you watch as materializing beside you is Zast. As she begins looking around. You know, you are the first dreamed state that I've entered to that looks like this. Is this where you feel most natural?
It's where I grew up, or was supposed to grow up, I guess.
Huh.
She's like looking around. The paintings are wrong. She's, see like a human family, and then Yanni's for some reason in it.
Well, change it. Concentrate on that painting, and you can change it to be what it is you wished it to be.
I want it to be with me in it. She says as she keeps walking past it. I wished I was in it. I'd see it every day.
Well, see, when you enter into the realm like this, you can control it and manipulate it as you see fit. See? Watch. She raises her hand, and you watch as Stargazer appears in it. I can manifest anything that I desire inside my own dream. All of us Fae can. You just have to control how you sleep. What'd you say?
Do you use it to practice things, or?
You know, the other elves told me I should use this to break through everything that happened with my father, but I used it to practice a lot. Always working on my techniques. Now, I can't change your environment because this is yours, but I can manifest my own weaponry at least. Anything that affects me, I can make it real. And I could even make things real for you as well. She begins concentrating, and you watch as your bow appears in her hand, and she brings it over to you.
Thank you.
Now, it's not perfectly your bow, but other than the constant wear of your grip on it, it feels identical.
I wasn't allowed to use one of these growing up here, but I'm kind of on your side on this. I would use this to practice more than anything.
Then do so.
Talking to a dream doesn't really change anything. She picks up the bow and immediately shoots at one of the vases.
Yep. And you manifest an arrow in your hand as you do that. Shoop, goes flying off.
That would have been really bad if that was real. But yeah, it's just, I guess she's just messing around now.
No.
Going out just shooting at things.
You enjoy yourself here. I'm going to go try to see if the other 9 elves can do this. So, everyone else, as you are sitting there looking at the two of them, completely unmoving whatsoever, you watch as Zast opens her eyes and smiles. She's doing it. Well, somewhat.
It's good to hear.
Yeah. Would any of you like to try?
Sure.
You're muted,
Why not?
Bernie. Saw you were trying to say something.
Just a questions asked. I mean, you said you go into like a dream realm,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, of course.
And I'll lower my voice just a little bit and sort of like glance over at Patry first before I lean closer. What about if your dreams are not so good? If they are more nightmare-like?
Well, I personally haven't dealt with that. The
Sure.
spell that I know how to cast is able to go into an individual's dream. However, I do not use it to cause nightmares. Others can.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking, like, if someone were to go into more deeply into a kind of, well, a nightmare, basically. Do you know if that is dangerous?
The dangers of the realm of dreams is only as dangerous as you are connected to it. If you are, like most non-Fae, barely connected at all and have no control, it can be, well, difficult to sleep, I suppose, but not deadly unless something is targeting you. But if you become more controlled over it and something is contesting you, an actual creature, a being, then if you die there, you die. It is your consciousness that goes there. Your body would persist, but your mind would no longer exist. Your soul would be destroyed.
Destroyed?
Yes. Your mind and soul are closely together, and the realm of dreams is where you project yourself to be. But if you are as controlled as, say, full elves and possibly Yanni will be soon, no nightmare can hurt you. Well, none of them ever have. Again, you would need a creature actively trying to hurt you there. Which,
Okay.
I mean, don't piss off the Sandman, right?
Right.
Sorry, elf joke.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I only have one Oni trying to kill me, at least.
Oh. Is it a
It's
dream
been a
creature?
while since it's... What?
Is it a dream creature?
Not so far as I know. It hasn't tried anything like that.
Huh. Well, if you're interested in trying, I mean, it gives you a perfect opportunity to practice, right?
I mean, yeah, sure.
And right here is closer to the dream realm than, well, anywhere I've experienced before. I don't know about all of you.
Right. I'm just bringing it up, you know, because, well, my twin brother, Kurt, and I, when we grew up, we did have, well, nightmares from time to time. And they would sometimes be very similar nightmares that had to do with, well, infernal things, I'd say. We outgrew them, of course. I just sort of always figured it was part of our heritage, kind of, that it had some influence. I just don't want that to sort of, you know, possibly rear its ugly head.
You know, I'm not terribly sure about that, but personally, I would rather be trained in defending myself than left to my own slumbering state.
That's a very good point. I'll try it. Tolsha first.
Tolsha first? Okay. So, Tolsha, she brings you down into the grass, same as she is, and you see Yanni sitting there. Yanni, you've heard everything around you, but it's kind of like an echo in the distance. just faintly being audible to you. Now, same thing. Slow breathing in and out. And then close everything else out. Tosha, wisdom save.
Alrighty, let's see. 20
20.
because of Bernie.
So, Tosha, what does your dream realm look like?
Probably starting off, it would initially be blank, but as it starts to connect higher to it, it starts to turn into almost what looks to be like a field lab inside of a dense swamp, reminiscence of the lands and terrains that would fit Mamavusi, and off in the distance are like various floating sections of like ruins and sites that she would have visited in the past.
So, as your makeshift realm appears around you, you begin to take in the environment, and you watch as yet again, or for you, the first time, yet Zast appears. Huh. You're connected to a great many things, aren't you?
Yes.
And you feel close to a lot of it as well.
Yes.
Well, allow me to show you the same things that I showed Yanni. You can manifest what it is that you desire here, and she manifests her sword into her hands.
She'll attempt to manifest her weapon into her hands.
It does not appear.
Huh.
Oh.
I'm guessing it takes a significant amount of time to learn how to manifest things then.
Well, Yanni kind of did it without thinking about it at all. I think it's that part may be an elven thing.
Perhaps.
Maybe. It is okay.
Unknown territories.
You can still use this for other things. I mean, there's more important things than being able to train in combat, right?
Sure. And honestly, if I could find a way to even perhaps just chat with some others that I've met along the ways, that'd be nice.
Right. Sure, that's what the elves were trying to get me to do. Well,
I mean,
Tosha.
Yeah.
As you are standing there, you watch as your realm begins dripping away. And instead, you're standing on a dark platform now, and Zast seems none the wiser as she's looking at you.
She's looking around of what's happening.
What do you mean? Oh, things are changing. That's... Well, maybe you can control this after all.
Maybe?
You
The
see...
fact that it seemed like everything was melting, though, is not a great sign.
You see, stepping out from nothingness is that same small woman approaching. Zast looks over. Who's that?
That's the Wild Mother.
No, it isn't.
It's not?
No, that's... You have to wake up. Wake up now.
She'll attempt to?
All right, as you begin trying to gather up your energy and concentrate on yourself, and you realize you don't know how to wake yourself up. Shit. What are you? begins speaking in a foreign language that you don't recognize. Oh, shit. This is really bad. She manifests your weapon and hands it over towards you.
What's happening?
I have never encountered another creature inside of a dream before, and every warning that we have is when this happens, you need to get out. How do we wake you up? What are you most terrified of?
Honestly, it would have to be falling from great heights or complete silence.
Perfect! She kicks you in your stomach, and you begin falling very quickly. As you realize there is nothing underneath you, nothing holding you back, and all you can see is up in front of you as you watch Zast turning her blade and beginning to do her dance with it, and you see that imposter, the fake, moves over towards her and engulfs her in a shadow. As you are following, I need you to give me a charisma saving throw, Tolsha.
Okay. No Bernie effect on this one.
Yes, you do. Bernie is still within range of you.
All right. Magical, yes or no?
The dream realm is not a magical realm, technically. Well, it's natural.
Okay.
That's where things become iffy.
25.
25. As you are falling, you feel that shock inside of your body, and you realize you're supposed to latch onto that thing, that panic, that instinct that knocks you out of this. And as you are sitting there, Bernie and Miriam, talking for a few minutes casually, you watch as Tolsha catches herself, like when you're about to fall asleep and you have one of those dreams that makes you feel like you fall over, but you catch yourself and you kind of bounce back as your eyes snap open.
And she's immediately going to try to see if she can get Zast up.
All right.
Okay,
Start shaking her. Help me get her up now.
Sure. What's wrong?
No time to explain. And she's initially going to start by just casting command towards Zast to tell her to wake up to see if it works.
All right. You command over towards her, and the head seems to... Well, I suppose I should make a saving throw for her, because she does have a save to make.
They could choose to fail.
They can, yes, but it's a strange circumstance. Wisdom, correct?
Wisdom save.
And this is a charm. Command is not a charm. But 25. As you do that, she seems to be still in that meditative, unmoving state, but then goes slump. Still breathing, but that's the only sign that she's currently alive.
She's going to try it again and just burn all first level spell slots until it works.
While she's doing that, I'm going to prestidigitation like a smelling salt smell to her nose.
All right. You do that, and the body jerks to the side, but seems to not be able to connect. Yanni, you hear all of this happening as an echo while you're in your meditative state.
What's happening?
It wasn't the Wild Mother.
Oh, damn it all.
I saw, and she'll describe what she saw happen to her inside that dream realm. Of how that she seemed to be engulfed almost.
All right, whatever it is, it can't be good.
Yanni, you're listening to this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think she's woke up yet because no one's like shook her or been like, hey, get up.
You're in full control of your meditation.
I think Yanni's just looking at the house right now. Like, I don't know. She couldn't help even if she was there. That's another one of the issues here.
Is there any physical signs of distress on Zast?
No physical signs of anything. Every now and again, her lip quivers a little bit.
What happened? I mean, is she won't wake up. Did she...
Miriam's gonna take one of her fingers and just snap it out of place.
Okay. You see the mouth reacts with a jerk, but she doesn't wake up.
Damn it all.
I'll try to cast Remove Curse on her.
Okay. There does not appear to be a curse that you can connect to.
I'll attempt a greater restoration.
I'm gonna go over to Yanni
All right.
and try to wake her up.
Yanni, you feel the shaking that your control over this is not grand enough for you to keep perfect
Yeah, she'll
control.
be awake. Yeah, she'd be awake the second you shake her.
We have a problem.
What?
Something was in there with Holsha and Zash is not waking up.
Can Yanni try to connect with her dream?
Do you have a feature that would allow you to do that?
No, but she just connected with her, so she's like hoping to God there's a way to fix it.
Okay. You attempt to reach your mind over towards her, but it doesn't... You're not that closely attuned to magic in general or this culture, and you're very new to all of this. You don't have that... You don't have any knowledge about this other than what she just taught you.
Do I have anything I can do?
Jethro, welcome. You've been watching all of this unfold, and yeah.
I'll try to telepathically connect to Zast. I'll use detect thoughts.
Okay. As you reach your mind out and connect into her consciousness, you hear her quivering and shaking. You can sense a tiny whimper coming from her mind.
He's gonna put back on the headband of intellect and then look at the shrine. Okay, this might be a bad idea, but whatever. Actually, you guys didn't explain it. Never mind. She's not gonna know what to do.
Yeah. Communication is key in this instance.
Yeah, you guys didn't explain anything to her. You're just like, she's out.
And I'll she's there's
I did explain that there was
She's
something
whimpering.
in there.
Go ahead, Bernie.
I mean, she's whimpering. I mean, there's something scaring her.
Wait,
And
is
I'll-
somebody else here? You hear her in her mind still.
I'm here. It's Bernie.
Bernie, this creature here, it's ancient. It's powerful. It wanted your sister's mind. It wanted to control her.
Can
This
you
is
wake
bad.
up?
I can't. It's brought me into a different realm. I can only force myself awake if I'm inside of my own dream. But I was in her dream when I kicked her to wake her up, and I can't see anything. I can't control anything. I can't move.
How
I
can
don't.
I help you?
My book, in my spell book, Miriam, there's a spell in there. He can perform it. You can connect into my dream. You use Yanni to equip yourselves. You need to kill this thing.
Oh boy.
I'll quickly relay that as my detect thoughts only last for. Is it a minute or is it?
It's 1 minute.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Going to
Right before
Oh,
it
just-
connects, the password is the flawless ghost.
Snap back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah. Oh shit. Miriam. Her
This is
spellbook,
insanity.
Endless Ghost was the password. No, Flawless Ghost.
I get her spell book. Is it like locked?
It's not opening, but there's no physical lock on it.
You said flawless ghost.
Right? As you say that, the book opens.
Oh, perfect.
She said something about a spell in there. We could use Yanni to help connect with her in her dreams. She's being attacked by some ancient creature.
Wonderful.
We can. Yanni can help equip us or something. Yanni, are you there?
Yeah, I am not sure what the creature is, but
I don't know either.
just do the spell. She's gonna try to meditate again.
Alrighty.
Let's hurry. I don't think we have a lot of time here.
I'll describe what I saw to see if it rings any distant bells on anyone.
Alright.
She said it wanted your will.
What?
And by that, I also think it would want me and Miriam's.
Shit.
So,
if need be, send me in there.
You're coming with us, Jethro.
Patrice,
All of us.
watch us. Well, I think our bodies are going to be incapacitated when we do this.
right. Okay. Arcana check as you're looking through the book to see what it is she was trying to bring forth.
Using session advantage.
Okay. And Jethro, to catch you up on what you missed, they made it to the Fester Pools. They found a shrine to the Wild Mother. Tosha accepted a deal to help her when she tried connecting with it and learning more about it through legend lore, thinking that what she was talking to was the Wild Mother, and now, while being shown how to meditate by Zast, she was attacked. Tosha was attacked by this creature, and Zast more or less sacrificed herself to wake Tosha up.
So in other words, Tosha got duped.
Yes. Well, all of you did. Many of you gave prayers to that shrine.
Jethro didn't give prayer.
No, you weren't here.
Yanni
It's the respectful individuals here did.
Yanni's
Hey,
respectful,
I put-
but she didn't
hey.
know what it was.
Hey, DM, does my coin count as respect now?
You tried showing respect.
Okay. Fine.
So, anyways, your Arcana check 27. As you are looking through the book, you speak Elvish, correct?
Yes.
You get into an older portion of this book where it's clear her handwriting is not what was creating many of these things. You see that on one of the pages she has a spell that is called Dream, which you've heard about, you're aware of, but that's not powerful enough to bring everybody together. Instead, you go further back and there is the Spark of the Dream Realm. Or, sorry, nope, that's not the name of it. There's a spell called Dream of the Blue Veil in here. A 7th level spell.
Okay.
All about the
I
plane.
think I actually know that spell. Or not personally.
There's an amendment inside of it that says closely locked consciousnesses or consciousness can enter into a particular dream. It seems to be an elven-specific practice where multiple individuals help somebody get through something by all joining together into that person's one dream realm. It's going to be a very strenuous ritual for you to perform, Miriam, and you need a focus that is worth at least 1,000 gold, which the spell consumes. Or a gem.
If you state you need a gem, I am just putting a blood diamond in your hand.
I got a bloodstone. It has to be 100. It has to be how much gold?
Worth a single object worth 1,000 gold.
Need a gem worth 1,000.
Just pulling out one of the blood diamonds, her only one worth 1,000 gold, and just places it in your hand. Use this.
All right, this is going to take time, and it's overly complicated. Yanni, we're going to be using you as the anchor.
You said that she's in my dream.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Patry, look over us after us while we meditate, okay?
Yup.
Good.
And your steed will do the same. Oh no, you left your steed for training.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
No. You could have brought your horse in there with you.
Yeah.
Anyways, you do have to choose whose dream you are using as the focal point. Whose dream are you entering in through?
Probably Yanni's, right? Or
I think that might be best. You're the only one who can manipulate things.
Yeah.
Okay.
If elves have a closer connection to their dream worlds, then that makes sense.
Yep.
And we haven't seen Baron's dream world yet, anyways.
Not yet.
Or Miriam's.
Nope.
Yeah, that's kind of yeah. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Tulsha, you told them there was someone like us in a village else.
I mentioned there was, yes.
Damn it all. I say this while I'm slowly piecing together this ritual.
All right.
But I
So-
didn't mention you guys.
You need everybody sleeping, lying down, creating a circle around them, and outlining their bodies with chalk as you do so. As you are doing that, you take the large gem and use that as the focal point in between everybody, spacing them out perfectly between the gem's distance of everybody, leaving only Yanni closer to it than everybody else, since that is going to be the first one it connects to, and everybody else connects to her into the gem itself. It's a fairly complex geometric system that you have to make, but of course, Miriam, you've done powerful rituals like this so far. And as you are doing this, setting everything up, you have to begin the incantation while everybody's lying down, including yourself. And you begin the incantation. And over the next 10 minutes, I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw to control yourself as you are entering into the dream state.
Can someone roll for me? Because I'm currently not at my computer, but I have my headset on, so I'm listening in.
Sure, who's your
All right.
buddy?
Is that Yanni?
Yeah.
yeah, okay, give me a second. Jethro. Okay, I'm gonna be using advantage on my one. Just saying that now.
Yeah.
Wisdom, because I feel like if Yanni fails, this is gonna be real bad. So he got a 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Tulsi
I'm
got
gonna
a
be
32.
using Lord Captain.
Yeah. Let me roll this one. 29.
Good.
22. We've been consistently getting that.
Yeah, you got 27. You also get the.
Yeah, screw 22. That was...
Yeah, Tulsa's going into this
22.
match. She got duped again and wanting to save her. So,
All right.
angry cleric on the loose. Watch out.
Miriam, your turn.
I'm gonna use Lore Keeper for this.
Go for it. Whew, thank goodness you did.
Oh, that would have been really bad.
So,
27.
everybody, as you enter into this and the incantation is going off, you all begin to feel a little, well, unconnected by reality, disconnected from reality. You begin to feel your consciousness slipping into a state of a dream, and as this is happening, everything goes black for everybody except Yanni. Yanni, as you appear, you are directly in front of your manor, and a moment goes by before... Who rolled the highest?
I did.
Tulsha. Tulsha appears beside you. Tulsha, you look at the vast manor of Yanni's dream realm directly in front of you, and then a moment goes by, and then you see Bernie. And then Miriam almost instantly right after, and then Jethro coming in last. As all of you have entered into this dream state, you look around at the environment and realize behind this large estate is nothingness, a void behind you. And then you also realize, looking at yourselves, you are not currently adorned in your armor or magical weapons at all.
gonna start making everybody's stuff best I can remember. Probably
All right.
comes in first.
Let's go off of your memory. Let's start with Bernie. What does Bernie have?
Heavy armor.
Yep.
A
Yeah,
shi-
be specific, honey.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what the heavy armor's name is. Yanni wouldn't know that no matter
Well,
what.
not its name, but like, what was it?
Like shimmering steel heavy armor. I don't know, like plate. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it was plate.
Yeah,
It was
yes, shimmering plate armor. I believe he also had give me a second, let me think. Not a great sword. He had a sword and a shield, and then a grappling hook. Sword, we'll just make it like any basic sword.
Damn it, always a sword.
Yeah, he doesn't
Oh wait,
use a
no, it's
sword.
an axe. Yeah, it was an axe. My bad.
Lieutenant's axe. It's
Yeah,
very
it's a battle
important.
axe.
Look, it's a swax. Axe on one end, sword on the other.
It's all right. You can say you know that because he and Jethro talked about it a lot since they're both, soldiers.
Okay, Jethro, I'm gonna give him his plate. Man, I'm assuming it's plate as well, and then his pole arm. Yanni's bow obviously appears, and then her gloves and headband. I mean, she doesn't need to put on the headband because she already has it on, so it's doing its effect. Okay, Tulsha is gonna get. Fuck, I don't know. What Tulsha we're gonna go scale mail. I don't know, medium armor. Wait, no, Tulsha's a cleric. Yeah, we'll give it. I don't know what Tulsha wears. Yeah, chainmail, I guess, and then the spear and an arcane focus. I don't know what her focus is. I'm just gonna assume it's a blood diamond.
You just use it. It's the cane.
Okay. Oh, never mind. Yanni hasn't seen you guys fight. Other
Yeah,
than
you
that
did
one,
against
like,
Zast.
the tournament was 6 seconds.
Yeah. Hey, you're observant, okay?
Look,
Yeah, but
with a
this is
passive
like-
with a passive 29, you would have seen what people used.
Yeah, you would
Yeah,
see
okay.
the
Just
small
got named.
cloud from a fart behind one of them. Like, you've seen it.
Yeah, Miriam, he'll come in. She'll give him the tattoos as the focus. And then give him, yeah, he had just regular robes on, and then his staff. And then his skeletons will start to appear around him.
How many skeletons appear?
3. 1 with a short bow, 2 with short swords.
Am I going to be able to control these?
She manifests what she has seen. So
Then
you can't create anything you've never seen before.
as you guys say that, Yanni's like, why don't we just make an army?
I'd rather not. Bunch of things we don't know what they'll do.
Yanni keeps concentrating and tries to see if another Yanni appears.
Unfortunately, no.
How could she manifest her father? Maybe you can't manifest. And then she's gonna manifest Tarek Ashbringer.
And you do not.
Oh, he would have been really good for this. Okay, I can't make people, but I can make skeletons.
Skeletons own people.
Miriam, these skeletons, you do control them. However, they are not the same level of consciousness that you have trained your skeletons to be. They are just normal necromancer skeletons. It's what Yanni has seen, and that's what she can make. So, would anybody like to tell her anything that she has seen that you are currently missing? Because whatever she
My
made is what you
weight.
have.
Yeah, I'd start going off of some of the spell components I would have had before that she would have seen. So things for
Starts making diamonds and everything, and then can she make her horse?
You cannot.
really
I'd be
would
like
like
pointing
Or-
out my cloak and the gorget and also my holy symbol.
Wait, the cloak of billowing. Like-
No, the cloak of protection.
A
Oh, I thought
little
it was
more, almost as
Cloak of
important
billowing, I was like-
as the cloak of bellowing.
Yeah, yeah. I'd also specify it. I had a breastplate, not chainmail.
Okay, she's just gonna fix everything real quick.
As we just list off the
So-
things we have,
You said
Uh,
you saw this thing, right? What was it?
I describe what it looked like to a T as
Humanoid. And you see those arrows of slaying she got starts to appear.
they looked humanoid. I don't know if they are.
Way to find out.
We need to find them. Since we're in the same realm,
Time to find Zast.
yes.
Can Yanni just make an echo from herself that just says Zast loudly that just goes out everywhere?
You don't have that level of control yet.
Can I use thaumaturgy to just call out Zast's name?
Yeah, that you can do.
Just like Zast, scream.
It echoes, and no immediate reply.
No, that's worrying. We need to start looking.
Yeah,
So,
this is so weird.
So how many skeletons did she summon?
Just 3.
Okay.
How many giant alligators did she summon?
can't summon those.
Ah.
They're animals.
Yanni, not that I don't appreciate it, but why do I have a bow tie on right now?
Oh, you're gonna see my house. Well, sort of. It's not my house. I grew up there, and the paintings are different. She's gonna look at it, and it's changing. Oh, and she's gonna, and it changes to how it normally is. I don't know. Plus, everyone was supposed to wear a bow tie if they were a boy, and if you were a girl, you had to wear this nice little like. I forgot what it was called, but I didn't like it.
Well,
Uh,
regardless, let us.
yeah, let's
let
hurry
us-
up a bit.
Well,
Yes.
we need to hurry, but we need to be methodical about this. We do not know
Sure.
what being we're dealing with.
No, and we don't know how anything works here.
Yes,
But
that
hopefully this will work, and I'll cast Aura of Life. And
It works.
all right, nice. Stay close, everyone.
The from Tulsha's description and the information Zash yelled at her before she got kicked out, does this sound like like a type of like monster that would have been covered in my studies or legend in Singorn?
You may roll me a religion check.
Ooh, oh, that's not good. It's better. 17.
There's a great many different greater beings is the only way to refer to them as a whole that use deception and deceit. It played Tosha, made her think that she was the god. However, how detailed were you, Tosha?
very detailed to everything that she saw, especially when they got up close.
Miriam, it never once said to her that it was the Wild Mother. It just insinuated it, which means you are dealing with at least either a devil or a fae. Those are the only two known creatures that you know about that cannot lie.
Okay, this has to be either a devil or a fae. And considering where we are, my money's on fae.
Mm-hmm.
Partner, you have that ability, right? The one that detects outer planar creatures?
Right. Give me a moment. I'll focus on use my divine sense.
Roll that in chat. I have to see the more strange ones. You do sense undead nearby. You don't sense anything else on this spectrum nearby.
Right.
However, the grounds that you are standing on are desecrated.
That's not good.
These are desecrated
Oh, we should have
grounds.
tried that as soon as we came to that temple.
I don't think that shrine is what it pretended to be.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't go through the other thing I was possibly going to do over there. Could have been very bad. Right.
So,
We need to start moving in.
as you all begin, well, you have 2 directions to choose. Or, I mean, technically 4. You can move into the estate that is in Yanni's realm, to the sides of it to see if there's anything else that you explore, or behind it where the void is.
Tulsa, what was the last thing you saw in your dream?
I'll describe the last thing I saw of it melting down to a plane of blackness. Of how we were just on a platform.
So it seems to have come from the outside then. Perhaps that's where we'll find it.
Perhaps.
Joey, is there anything based off all the information that Jethro's heard? Because I, as a player, missed out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll like an investigation maybe to maybe figure out a way for us to either get to where Zast is or to track this creature with investigation? Like Sherlock Holmesing it, essentially.
Right. Unfortunately, we're dealing with the metaphysical, so I'm going to say roll me a religion check to see what you know about this realm.
Well, it's not even in it, so I'm not trying to go about the realm. What I'm trying to do is like
So you're in one person's dream, and the last place she was in somebody else's dream.
yeah, but what basically what I'm trying to get at, it might actually be insight, is what would attract this creature or get us to where we need to go using like psychology rather than
use insight.
Yeah.
That's a better way to phrase what you were asking. Yes, use insight.
Okay, it was hard to kind of
Yeah.
think about that. I do not have an inspiration. Shit. All right. 20's not bad.
20's not bad. If it was going after Tolsha, it wanted Tolsha. From what Zast told Bernie, it wanted Tolsha. Well, you have perfect bait.
Jethro plays with his mustache like his new picture. I believe that our best way to get this creature's attention is to dangle the bait in front of it. Looks at Tolsha as he says this. It might be our only chance to get the drop on it without it completely getting the drop on us.
Sure, and it might give Zast the opportunity to break free of whatever hold it has on her.
Yes, it at least draw its attention away from her.
Yeah. Well, Tulsa, are you fine with that?
I don't see another option.
All right.
Without us spending who knows how long here, and we do what we must.
Yeah, I'm going to take a step outside of the mansion, just in front, and just start shouting, "Come here, you damn thing, whatever you are!"
Need you to roll an intimidation roll, Bernie.
Can I assist with this actually?
How?
I just yell alongside because I don't know. I have expertise in intimidation, but I want to help somehow.
Yeah. All right, fine. You just yell with him.
Yeah.
2 frat bros going, "Yo, fuck you,
Yo,
fuck you,
come at us, bro, come at us." Oh, you scared of us now, huh, punk?
Let me just roll a die real quick.
I was gonna say, we know Fae are very vain.
That 5 could be a good or bad thing.
You all hear a voice echo out. It seems to come from the ether and travel all the way out to where all of you are, from the direction of the void. You all came here for me? Oh, it makes my life so much easier. Why don't you come back here? I just wanted to have a conversation.
Oh, this little.
And then you notice a darker shade of black appears in front of the void and starts creating a bridge outwards.
I don't think I'm going to be able to control out there.
That is its
Get it to come
intent.
to us,
Yeah.
is what Yanni's going to whisper.
I do not know if we can.
Maybe-
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, it made a bridge. It could probably cross it, right?
Jethro will call back to it. Well, you say you want to have a conversation. Why don't you come this way and we can have a conversation in this lovely mansion? Maybe we'll have some tea.
No, I don't think I will. You
Are
see,
you afraid?
I have this afraid of you.
Well, obviously it is. She's going to say loudly.
Well, I mean, it's it's skulking about in the darkness, afraid to show itself.
I have a toy to play with here, excuse me.
I mean, of course it's afraid. It decided to pretend to be a god using
And we
their
don't-
name and influence without their permission.
I need
And
all
we-
of... Go ahead.
Jethro is going to add, and we don't need to hear about whatever toys you have. That's a little personal for, first time meeting.
Then I would like each of you who said something right now to roll me a... Ooh, it's mockery, so performance.
Ah, damn it!
God damn it.
We love performance, guys. 33.
Yanni! Don't worry,
Wow,
it's a
Yanni.
group performance check.
Well, didn't you know Yanni's
That's
a
a
bard?
2.
11 plus 33 plus 17 plus 2. Hey guys, this is at least better than your stealth check roll earlier, where Yanni was the only one above 10. It comes out to 16 on your performance. You don't want to know what's gonna happen to the poor little elf girl?
Oh, don't worry. We have better toys over here.
What do you have?
Like we're gonna tell you.
Yeah, like we're going to tell you.
That's for us to know and you to find out.
Oh, we got her. We got her.
I have an idea. I want to play on what you just did. I don't know if it's gonna work.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to break the path she made.
How?
Calling upon my blood power that I don't know if it will work better here because I'm pure soul here.
Oh. Shit.
You didn't think about that part, did you?
I forgot about that part. Everybody, when you look at Mirian ever since he appeared here, there's a huge section of his right arm, his left leg, and even a section of his stomach that doesn't exist.
Ah, damn it. I thought it was gonna be less clever than that.
Marion?
Later.
show
No. Are you doing what I think you're doing?
No, what he just... This is how I looked up at got here. We just
Yes,
skipped
when
over
you
that
got
right now.
here, that is what he looked like. I just forgot.
So I'm
that
gonna
part.
attempt to well, if you're going to find out, you're going to have to find a new road. I'm gonna try to break it. I don't know if this is gonna work. If the rules of magic work better in this soul plane or not.
Well, roll me a intelligence check, we'll call it.
Okay.
Something that takes a long time to do.
A very long time, yeah.
Yeah.
21. If the rules of magic apply to this realm, that means certain magics may have amplified capabilities, Miriam. In certain realms, magic is more potent depending on where you are, what you are doing with it, and it can have various different effects. So when you concentrate on that piece, you, without performing the ritual, do not have the capacity to attempt to destroy something that is ancient in that origin, like you can. However, if you have a different spell that is usually fairly powerful, maybe it has something else here.
Okay. I don't know of another spell to try on this. So I guess I'll just fly.
So, as you all have been mocking this entity, Yanni, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Unfortunately, this is weird. I'm going to say your aura is still up, even though technically, Bernie, you are unconscious. That's how you're in this realm. But I'm going to say you in the realm still have the benefit. Your body does not.
Right, okay.
So if there's any fireballs thrown at everybody's bodies, you're fucked. So, Yanni?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
I think it's coming, guys. Let's see. 20. There we go, Yanni.
25. Okay.
Hey, good shit. As you begin to feel your realm beginning to shape and alter, you notice the tops of your estate are beginning to melt away, but you have very little training in this, but at least you have your elven heritage on your side to control your dreams, control this reality, as whatever entity this was trying to shape your dream realm. This is yours. You keep it how you wish.
Yeah, she's gonna stop it from melting. It's rude.
Well then, if you have something more fun than that naive little elf girl, maybe I'll just enjoy what's here. You begin hearing an incantation echoing, and it's no longer coming from the void. It's coming from over top of you all, and then it seems to settle somewhere echoing from inside of the estate itself. Yanni, you're the only person who understands query being used.
Oh no!
It's not a spoken language. No one's ever heard it spoken. It's only written, at least in lore.
I'm changing that it can be spoken.
Okay. It's the first time she's ever heard it spoken. What does it sound like?
It's like Latin. No one knows how to pronounce it right.
Yeah. Sure, whatever. As it is saying these words, it seems to be more of gesture than physical words themselves. It's meant to represent various things. The words that is describing are assistants, the mind blades, the dream stealers, the eldritch, the beyond. And it seems to be calling forth and summoning these types of entities.
Immediately, I'm shooting her.
You don't see her. You've just heard the voice.
Okay. Can I tell where it's coming from at all or no?
It was over the void, and then it moved over top of the estate, and now it's echoing from inside.
She's in the house.
It is.
Well, then let us be off.
Call
Post
is coming
haste.
from inside the house.
Okay, guys, just don't break anything. Actually, you can break stuff. I was doing it earlier. Just don't.
Let us break everything. Come on. And then Jethro goes.
Just a
Alright.
dream.
For clarification, when we re-describe the magic items we have, do those effects stay or are they just
Yes.
mundane?
Yes, those
Okay.
effects do stay on you. And your
Gotcha.
attunements are still your attunements.
Okay.
The only exclusion is if your magic item was sentient, it cannot be created here. I don't believe any of you brought anything sentient with you, correct?
Unless we have something sentient we don't know about.
What about my sentient underwear?
Well, I got the
Oh.
fragment of the time singularity, but I haven't attuned to it, so.
Oh no, anything around the singularity. Yeah, she couldn't make that.
Yeah.
That is an object that cannot be created in the dream realm.
Mhm.
Jethro, you're commando.
Wait, what?
Well, you
Oh,
said you're
no,
sentient
that was-
underwear. Yeah, it sucks, man.
That was a joke, but yeah, okay.
Really uncomfortable conversations coming from your underwear.
Just goddamn, why'd you shoot yourself again?
So, as you all walk into the main foyer of it, your control over your own dream, Yanni, has held the structure, the rooms, everything around that inside of your estate. The layouts, everything about it. You will know. You have been here before, and this is your realm. However, there seems to be new objects and images on various different objects in here. When you look at the paintings on the wall, you all see different forms of Zast. One of them is Zast kicking Tosha into the void. Another one is Zast trying to swing her weapon but getting consumed. And a third one is Zast lying alone in a pit of darkness in the fetal position. In addition to that, this entity seems to connect, and each of you feel a slight ping into your minds. And then you start to see more portraits along the walls.
I would like to just, while we're walking, give everyone but me the gift of alacrity.
Okay.
If that does anything extra, I don't know.
That is not a type of spell that would do anything extra here. It's fine.
Okay.
So, Miriam, Tosha, Bernie, you see in one of these portraits, it is a burst of energy disintegrating Lily. You see another one of your late companion's head exploding from psychic energies. And you start to see more portraits of your nightmares. Just specific scenes. The only thing this creature seems to be able to change. Yanni, you're realizing quickly if you did not control this dream, you might have to have fought these nightmares or experienced them, not just look at an image of it.
Yanni's gonna keep trying to change the photos back to normal.
I'll make a note of like staying close to both Yanni and Talsha.
All right.
Just muttering prayers to Mama Vusi to ask for the strength to smite this creature that would dare to not only impersonate another god, but one that would dare to promise her something such as allowing her to pursue her loves as well, and to do this to someone that she's trying to help redeem, to save.
All right. Are you using your... Oh, it hasn't been 7 days yet, has it?
It's not been that time yet, no,
Damn.
but unless the dream realm works differently,
It does, but not that much.
it's only 3-day cooldown left.
Yeah. The correlation of time is 1 minute to 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 1 minute in the dream realm is 10 in the real world, or the other way around?
other way around. 10 minutes here is 1 in the real
So
world.
then, by that logic, it would have been a week in the dream realm already?
No, that's not... No.
Hey, I'm trying.
You're
I'm
trying, and that's fine.
Poor Zash. She's been down here for like 3 hours then.
Yep. As you all are wandering through this estate, Yanni, please describe what's after the main entry hall Where are you trying to lead them?
Where did I hear the voice? Did it come from upstairs? Did it come from the left side? Did it come from the right side? Or was it like behind the staircase? Like,
You heard it echo from within and a slightly heightened elevation.
okay. You guys, when you open the door, there's this big, like, ever see I guess like I don't know if everyone ever played the Resident Evil video games, but like you open the door and there's just a staircase in front and a big foyer area.
Like from Director's Cut?
Yeah,
Okay.
like just big staircase up in front leads with a photo of a man, two twin children, a woman, and a daughter. Yanni's not in the photo. At the very top of it, railings that do this nice, that have these carved designs, and it's like very fancy. And it goes off in three directions. Seems like there's a door that goes backwards on the staircase, and one that goes left, and one that goes right when you get all the way up there. Okay, guys. I'm guessing we're sticking together. I think it's upstairs. Can go towards the master bedroom. The balcony area. It's like a lounge area type thing. It's hard to explain. You guys will see it. And then the study. Which one do you think it will be in?
Probably the study.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, she goes up the stairs and takes a right.
Well,
No.
as you go up the stairs, you all hear the voice yet again. Wow. You all have quite the nightmares, I have to admit. Seems that you have lost quite a bit in your lives already. What a shame. Wouldn't you like to make everything good? Control everything that ever happens to you again.
Oh, I get it now. You're some kind of parasite that feeds on like negative emotions or something like that.
I am not a vampire.
Well, it suddenly seems like the same. Just some kind of like emotion vampire,
A motorpire?
something like that.
Jethro,
that's-
you walk past a very large portrait that is the battle that took place where you recalled the troops underneath you, and you see the carnage that took place there.
Well, clearly you're not a vampire. We've fought those before.
Those insolent little creatures, they... Parasites, they're disgusting. I am nothing like that. I wish to help you mortals. No longer be controlled by trivial things like fate.
So show your face then.
No.
Yeah, can I tell where the voice is coming from?
It's echoing from further down the hall. You might be heading in the proper direction.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You don't become a eye binder without, well, being a little cautious. You see, I'm fearful that you might have gotten the wrong impression of me. I don't wish to hurt any of you. In fact, What'd you say?
Eyebinder. Has Yanni ever heard of that?
You have. They are the nobility of nightmares.
Oh, fuck.
You say you don't wish to make a horrible impression. However, that is entirely on you, and so far it seems you're doing just that,
I am.
isn't it?
I apologize. You see, I don't like being talked down to by lesser creatures. It's quite infuriating, but I'm willing to make
Well,
amends here. It's simple. All you have to do is give me your threads.
Well, I mean, it's impossible for us not to talk down to you because you are a lesser creature than us. So
Excuse me.
You seem
No,
to
I
have
won't.
misunderstood.
And in fact, you say you wish to apologize, but that's just empty words without action right
Yeah.
now. And so far, the only action you have done so far is remove our friend from us. So if you were to
Yeah,
return them,
She wielded
friend
her,
is a- Mm.
she wielded her blade towards me and threatened me. I was simply approaching. Was I ever that rude to you? I was trying to help you
Yes.
find your sibling, didn't I? I was going to give you that for nothing, asking for nothing, and she held her blade to me. That is disgusting, and all I need is the 3 threads that the 3 of you have, and I will let you live in the dreaming dark. I will allow you to create your own empire, your world, every vision that you ever wanted. You, the devil, don't you want to see what your marriage would be like?
Well, if you want these threads, come and claim them. If
Uh,
you have the wits or the will or strength to even try. I think
Jan,
you're
he's
just a parasite skulking around in the shadows.
Johnny's gonna whisper to like Jethro and I guess Bernie. Guys, we should get control of this situation. It's a nobility thing. Let me try speaking.
And second thing too is while probably Bernie and while this thing was doing its monologue earlier, can Jethro try to make some sort of perception or investigation to narrow down exactly where the voice come from? I know it's echoing, but you can sometimes sort of,
Yes, it is echoing towards the end of the hallway, towards that room that Yanni's been trying to get you all to slowly.
yeah. In that case,
I'm going to pick up the pace.
yeah, that Jethro does the same, and he does like the whole armed forces follow this way and point at that direction.
You are right in the fact that you offered your assistance without cost. However, now learning that you wish to take over my body is very concerning, especially since you can clearly see our pasts based off of the skill that you possess. You know I am never going to let that happen again.
I don't wish to just take it from you. I am offering you infinity. Imagine creating your own world. Whatever it is you want, whatever you desire, living as you wish. You can be a god, you could be a noble, you could be an adventurer as you are, and you would never have to bend to the will of those filthy gods again. As the 2 of you are now nearing right to the door, reaching towards the handle.
If you are as noble as I believe you to be, why don't you meet us in the ballroom?
I'm going to kick open the door.
All right. As
Yeah,
Bad
I was gonna
place
say,
to
like seeing what Bernie's about to do, Jethro is gonna like take a step back, but time it so the moment the door is kicked open, Jethro is full charge, like full sprint into the room without stopping.
All right. Well, as you boot the door open and the other is swinging their blade inside, you look around at this very large library that has all manners of nightmares and horrors summoned forth by this creature inside. And you hear the voice from the back as you are charging in towards them. I tried civility. And this is where we're calling the session, everybody.
God damn it.
When we come back after break, you guys get to fuck some shit up in the realm of dreams.
Not after break. Next week we still have one.
No.
Did
You
you
said
say that?
before. You said this was the second to last at the start.
No, this is the... Okay, sorry, that was meant for the Tuesday game. Not Tuesday game. We'll go over it after stream. Players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a good time. See ya.